Broadcasting from Manhattan Beach and the World Wide Web, you're listening to CHSR, HealthyLife.net.
As a service to our listeners, this program is for general information and entertainment purposes only. CHSR HealthyLife.net does not recommend, endorse, or object to the views, products, or topics expressed or discussed by show hosts or their guests. We suggest you always consult with your own personal, medical, financial, or legal advisor.
Welcome to RadioAMB, designed for those who want to live a long and vibrant life. I am Alicia Benkovich, your host, and someone who feels passionately about the health and beauty products and services we all rely on to live a beautiful and vivacious life. RadioAMB, which stands for American Made Beauty, where we tell the secrets behind the making of health and beauty products. Our program sponsor today is Free Your Mane, Mane spelled M-A-N-E. You can find Free Your Mane products on freeyourmane.com or at Anthropologie stores and salons and spas across the United States. One of the reasons I love to be a part of the beauty industry is its long and rich history of forming our perception of what is beauty. I have always been interested in the history of makeup and how it has evolved over the years and how society has changed its view on what is acceptable. From the heavily kohl-lined, smoky eyes of the 20s, the original heroin chic look, to the almost makeup-free looks of the Victorian era, to today's emphasis on the perfect glowing skin and complexion, the landscape of makeup has and will always go through a constant change as tastes evolve and new innovations are made within the industry. One thing I do know, vintage is always in style, and in today's feature segment, we will speak with someone who knows that better than most. Lauren Kurtz. She is a makeup artist that specializes in the vintage look, an appeal that combines that with photography to create nostalgic images that harken back to the good old days of beauty. During our segment we call In the Jar, we learn about some of my favorite bloggers and vloggers of YouTube, what makes them so informative and able to speak directly to consumers, and what sets them apart from the others. During our segment we call Beauty That's Soul Deep, we hear about some of the big upcoming beauty trends, what's hot this summer in beauty, and how the Asian market is affecting Western trends. Finally, we will wrap up with the Beauty Biz segment and learn more about how beauty bloggers, some of whom are not professionally trained, are shaping the landscape of beauty information and education to consumers. Our program sponsor today is Free Your Mane, so let's get started. My guest today is Lauren Kurtz. A makeup artist based in the Los Angeles area, Lauren currently works for a makeup brand called Beseme Cosmetics in Whittier, California, where they specialize in vintage cosmetics dating from the 1800s to the 1960s. Lauren grew up antiquing with her parents, and her love for all things vintage has a deep connection. Even her home decor is tricked out in vintage furnishings, and she began dressing in vintage straight out of high school. One of the stories I love that she told me is that ever since she was the age of 7, Lauren remembers sitting with her grandmother Violet at her makeup vanity, watching her apply her daily moisturizers and makeup. Since then, she has always been interested in makeup, and after high school, she started to take it a little more seriously. Lauren has worked on various projects ranging from photo shoots, weddings, to music videos and short films, even starting a photography business with her boyfriend, Joseph Young, called Doll Dizzy Dames, that specializes in 1920s to 1960s photo shoots where she does the hair and makeup. So welcome, Lauren. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
It's so exciting to be able to talk to you. I can't wait to get started on our conversation about vintage makeup.
Yes, that's always a fun subject.
I'm sure. So, Lauren, from your career path, would it be fair to assume that you have always been obsessed with vintage beauty and styles?
Oh, yes. I mean, from a very young age, I was just around it all the time. From my parents to my grandparents, it's just always been a huge part of my life, and it's always been a very, nice, natural makeup that I've always just been definitely obsessed with.
That's great. So what was your first paying makeup gig?
My very first paying makeup gig, I started in weddings, but my biggest gig I'd have to say was a music video that I started, and I've had a lot of different little side projects, but that was definitely the biggest one.
That's exciting. So how did you come to create Doll Dizzy Dames, and what is that all about?
Well, what was great about that is my boyfriend Joe, he's been doing photography as long as I've ever known him, and we got our start as, being a little duo with this music video, and we noticed, hey, we work really good together, we've got good work chemistry, and I feel like our ideas are definitely, the same. So we literally sat in our room, and they're like, this makes sense. I do hair and makeup, you do photography. Let's get this started.
Mm-hmm.
And so we did, and that's how Doll Dizzy Dames was born, and it's been a blast ever since.
Oh, that's great. And so you're also styling the fashions as well as the makeup? Like, how do you come up with the overall looks for the photography sessions?
So basically what we do is we think of a theme, and so we've done a lot of 1920s type sets and a lot of, 1940s type sets, and we go out and we location scout, and so that kind of gives me the feel and the look of how I want my model to look. And then I go out and I find, the costume, everything. So we're very, very detailed in that, and that helps me really get inspired by how I want the hair to look, how I want the makeup to look. It's a whole big collaboration because we like to be as detailed in that era as possible.
Right. That's fascinating. You're not only doing the makeup, but you're also doing the fashion styling and the hairstyling.
Yes.
Wow, it's all encompassing thing. That's great.
So definitely the whole package, which is pretty neat.
Very, very fun. And I've looked at some of those photos, and they're just beautiful. You really know how to capture the look of that era, and I love the attention to detail. So that's.
Yeah, we have props that we've just collected, and we are definitely attention to detail couple, that's for sure. And we like to make the model feel as comfortable as possible. So we like to have a lot of fun. That's what it's about.
Absolutely, that's how you get the best photographs.
Absolutely.
So before you created Doll Dizzy Dames, you worked for Sephora for 8 years. How was your experience working for that beauty giant?
Sephora, I learned so much, and I've taken a lot of what I learned with Sephora to what I do now. Mm-hmm. And, what I definitely took in is how to do makeup in a quick way, mm-hmm. and how to, cut the time. And that worked out amazing because on a set or a photo shoot, you can't spend hours and hours, doing the hair and makeup. Everything is timed, and you got to get that right lighting and that right shot. So that's something huge that I took from Sephora is just the timing part of it, and how to really talk and be comfortable. And so I took a lot from them for sure.
Okay, yeah, that seems like something that would be a great thing to take forward for anything. I mean, with your Doll Dizzy Dames and also what you're doing now, because now you went from Sephora and you're now working for Beseme Cosmetics, correct?
I am.
Very exciting. Before we spoke, Beseme wasn't exactly on my radar, and when I looked at their website, I was kind of angry with myself that I didn't know about this brand. They are amazing. Can you tell me a little more about just the company and the products and all of that?
Of course. Well, Beseme Cosmetics, of course, is a great place to be, especially if you're very much into, I know you're into the vintage cosmetics just as much as I am. Mm-hmm. And so what's great about this company is you can really go back and try on a lipstick and try on a compact that is really, truly made from the past. Gabriela Hernandez, the creator, mm-hmm. she actually goes out and she finds these lipsticks, and, she has all of these in her collection. And she goes to the lab, which is all in L.A. It's all manufactured in L.A.
Oh, that's great.
And she recreates the colors. So you can actually say you're wearing a color that's from the 20s or the 30s or the 60s, and also they're good for you. They're good for your skin. So that was a huge thing that I feel like every time I tell a customer that, they get even more excited because they're like, wow, so I'm really wearing a shade that someone probably wore in the 50s. You know?
Yeah, and that must be a really interesting process to take, maybe a color and then trying to recreate that color but not using the same formula because, vintage makeup, the formulas and the ingredients they used back then were, a little scary sometimes.
Oh, yes. There was a lot of ingredients in there that was a big no-no. And so we definitely, she makes makeup that is from the past, but the ingredients are definitely from now. They're definitely modern ingredients.
Right. I think one of my favorite products on the website that I was really impressed with that she makes is a cake mascara with a separate brush.
Yes.
You just don't see that product on the market anymore. So to see it was really interesting.
Yeah, it's probably one of our most popular mascaras that we have. It's a great long wear mascara. So you do it how they used to. You add a little water, and then it creates the paste, and then you can use it as an eyeliner and mascara in one.
So
and you get
cool.
a lot of products, so you're gonna have it for a while.
Right. It's just when I saw that, it just harkened back to that old era of makeup, and I was really impressed that she was making a product like that you don't find anywhere. It's very very cool.
It's definitely, and she takes it back from even the packaging, so it's definitely very special.
Right, yeah, and that's that's what I got from it too, is that it just seemed to be like a really special brand that just speaks to the consumer who's looking for that type of product, just really special.
Yeah, and we get, everybody, and it could be somebody who's super into this vintage era or who's not, and that's what's great. It kind of feeds to everybody.
And so what is your role working for Beseme? Are you basically a makeup artist, or are you doing other roles for them as well, or?
Well, I run the Whittier location. They have 2 different locations. They have a Burbank and a Whittier, and I am one of them that runs the store. So, and that goes for doing makeup or helping the customers with how to apply our products too.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So I noticed that they just started selling on Sephora, and I think you also mentioned Anthropologie. What is lined up for the future of Beseme Cosmetics? Where do you think that they're headed?
I think they're headed to a lot of places. I feel like it's definitely a family-owned business, but they're moving pretty quickly because they're in Anthropologie and they're in Sephora. So I feel like sky's the limit for them. I think they're making more products. There's products that are coming out that aren't even on the website yet. So there's a lot of things that are happening that they're definitely going to continue to grow for sure.
Oh, very exciting.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see all the new vintage. Right. So, I think one of the first things that comes to mind for me with vintage makeup in general, but especially with the Beseme products, is Dita Von Teese.
Oh, yes.
And I think you have a story about Dita Von Teese.
Yes. I know. We went to see her, and because I'm a huge Dita Von Teese fan.
Right.
Dita Von Teese fan.
I'm a huge Dita Von Teese fan too.
Yes, and we went to go and get our book signed, and we gave her some little treats, and she said that she's tried Beseme. We went up, and me and my coworker Christina, we went over and told her how much we loved her, and and where we work, and that we think that this would be an amazing thing for her too. And she agreed wholeheartedly. She's like, I love Beseme, but it's the thing with artists, they get signed to other brands, so they can't really talk about other brands. So that was kind of a bummer, but she did tell us how much she loved us, so we left happy that day.
Yes, that makes you feel good when someone that is that. That she's really into vintage, and when she puts her mark of, endorsing your product, even if she can't do it on a bigger scale, it must feel really good. And I think you also had mentioned something about Lady Gaga using one of your products in American Horror Story.
Yes. So Beseme started doing films and in TV shows, before we even had a store. So American Horror Story used our products in their 2 seasons. And so the one that recently aired with Lady Gaga, she's actually wearing our Merlot lipstick in that show.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, and her artist has come in to our Burbank location, and she just keeps getting stuff for Lady Gaga and says how much she loves our brand. So that's always amazing just to know, we're a smaller business, but these big celebrities just, they're just as passionate about it as all of us. So.
Right. That's one of the things too is how these people find your brand, and Beseme was not a very well-named brand, but still Lady Gaga and Dita Von Teese, it was still on their radar.
Yeah.
What do you think about YouTube vloggers and social media and all of that, and how they can get the word out about a brand, especially a brand like Beseme that's so specialized?
Well, I think, definitely social media is huge, and blogging and the YouTubes. I feel like with this time now that, social media is definitely the way of networking, and it's definitely the way of, even us as, a consumer, if we want to, purchase a product, we can look up our favorite blogger and hear our blogger, talk about the brand and how much they love it. So I feel like it's super important, especially for brands that, either have been around for a while or brands that are, starting out. I think it's super important. I think networking and social media is definitely everything right now.
Yeah, it really spreads the word. It's really impressive.
Oh, yes, and it spreads quickly.
Yeah, it does. So I have to ask you, what are some of your holy grail makeup products? Like, the products that you can't live without.
Oh, man. Okay, well, I always joke because I have little to no eyebrows.
Okay.
So
this happens to many women.
My friends know this about me, that I will not ever leave the house without my brows. And I will always say that, number one. And I use the Anastasia Brow Wiz. That is my favorite brow pencil.
Oh, okay, all right.
I cannot ever get anything else the best. And then my other favorite, I would have to say, is I definitely use my Beseme lipsticks. I usually, on a day off, I'll go out, and I'm, as long as I have my brows, mascara and lipstick, I'm good. But I definitely can't leave without my red lipstick.
Oh, I love it.
And I like to wear the shade Red Hot Red by Beseme, or Beseme Red. Those are my favorite reds.
Oh, okay.
The truest red. And then I would definitely have to say a little bit of my highlighter from Sephora brand. They have the best highlighter.
Oh, okay. All right. Good to know. I'm going to make a mental note of that. So what are some of the products that, as a makeup artist that specializes in vintage looks, are necessary to help create those looks? Like, you have to have them on set when you do a photo shoot.
Oh, man. I definitely have my go-tos for sure. Definitely when I'm on set or when we're doing any of our photo shoots, you will always see me using Anastasia. Just the brows, I feel like it just goes on smooth. It doesn't clump. It's definitely one of my favorites, and I almost have every shade in my kit.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
I do love, the Beseme Cake Mascara, but if I'm really in a hurry and I need, crunch time, I use the Kat Von D liquid liner.
Mm-hmm.
The Kat Von D liquid liner stays put, great for watery eyes. It's got a really great felt tip, so it's really easy if you want to get a really good cat eye, and you want to do that quickly, too. As for foundation, I always use Makeup Forever HD foundation.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing, especially for, when you're taking pictures. You don't want to use foundations that have sunscreen in it, just because it's going to flash back on the film. Mm-hmm. And that was a very big thing that, we wanted to make sure we don't do. So
Right.
Yeah, so Makeup Forever HD foundation is amazing. It makes the skin just look flawless. it's beautiful.
Wow, yeah, I've heard that that's kind of the photography favorite for people to use in photo shoots and that kind of thing. So.
Yes.
All right.
I have used Beseme's coming out with one too, a stick foundation that's super matte. So I'll probably be, working between the two, trying
Absolutely, yeah. Matte foundation is really important for that.
Very important,
sure.
Because you're doing touch-ups after every break. You want to do a touch-up, and it's good to have something that's not too illuminating, because that's going to just make the model look shiny, and you want it to be flawless.
Well, perfect. Well, I love the insight on the photography and what makeups you use and all of that. We're going to wrap it up. I just wanted to thank you so much for being on the program. And how can someone get a hold of you for makeup application services or for more information on the Doll Dizzy Dames photography? Sure.
Well, Doll Dizzy Dames does have their own Instagram, so it's at Doll Dizzy Dames.
Okay.
And then we have a dolldizzydames@gmail.com. Or they can check out my Instagram and message me that way at Lauren Kurtz 23.
Okay. All right. Well, perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me. I had a great time.
Perfect. So did I. Thank you. All right. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will discuss some of my favorite beauty vloggers and skincare gurus on YouTube today. You're listening to Radio AMB. We'll be right back.
Over here. Here's a secret for a virus-free computer. ESET. They've been a pioneer in the antivirus industry for over 25 years. 25 years of innovative, top-rated antivirus protection. ESET's award-winning security solutions provide a safe online experience for over 100 million home and business computer owners. They are so affordable, fast, and simple to use. So be gone, you blue screen of death. ESET's on my computer. If it's not on yours, visit HealthyLife.net's advertiser page and click on ESET now.
Here's the thing about beauty. It's pretty. At AmericanMadeBeauty.com, we're all about the pretty, making it easy for you to find what makes your beauty shine. We have essentially everything you need, and AmericanMadeBeauty.com celebrates brands that were created right here in the U.S. of A. Imagine everything you need from the best hair, skin, and nail products to makeup and even the tools, because it's all about pretty at AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We also think you're pretty important, so visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Browse, buy, learn. AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We're looking for a few good American beauty manufacturers who want to increase their brand in an exclusive credentialed category. If you're an American company who has conceived, designed, and bottled brands that are all about pretty, then we're pretty sure we're talking about you. And we're pretty sure you should be on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. This beauty website focuses on entrepreneurs and beauty startups as well as established brands. If it's pretty, we want to see it, and we want to sell it on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. To learn how you can be part of AmericanMadeBeauty.com, visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com now.
What does HealthyLife.net and Amazon.com have in common? Well, they're both available on the Internet. They both give great value. But most important, most of our positive program hosts and guests are accomplished authors, and their books are available from, you got it, Amazon.com. Now, it even gets better than that, because when you're listening on air to a HealthyLife.net host or guest, you can go directly to Amazon.com, and you can order your book while you're still listening to your favorite HealthyLife.net program. So when you hear an author you like, go to the homepage of HealthyLife.net and click on Amazon.com.
Where positive people and radio unite. HealthyLife.net.
Welcome. You are listening to Radio AMB on HealthyLife.net. I'm Alicia Benkovich. In this segment we call In the Jar, I'm going to discuss some of my favorite bloggers and vloggers that I watch and follow on YouTube. My obsession runs deep, and I can't list all of them here today. It would take way too long, but I can discuss some of my favorites. Because of my ongoing fascination with all things beauty, and more importantly, skincare and makeup, I have a few favorite people that I like to turn to on YouTube for great informative videos on makeup application as well as skincare. Let's face it, we're not getting any younger, am I right? Is it pretty amazing that beauty professionals that are now making videos on a weekly, sometimes daily basis, and the product knowledge and application techniques are a priceless resource for anyone searching for information on all things beauty? What do I look for in a YouTube beauty vlogger? They must back up their information with education and knowledge. I find it very important that the people I am getting my beauty information from have a true educational background and are able to give me good sound advice from a well-informed history in the business. I do not believe taking advice, especially on something that will affect your overall skin and well-being, from a novice is a good idea. So to begin, let's look at who I turn to for all things skin-related, and when it comes to skincare, my absolute favorite is Caroline Hirons. Yes, she's a Brit, but she actually loves and reviews many American-made brands that she can't get in the UK and stocks up on her trips to the US when she can. Caroline has been in the industry for over 30 years and started out working behind the counter and later on becoming a board-certified esthetician. She is witty and frank about her ideas on how to care for your skin and what products to use, and her knowledge of ingredients is amazing. Her blog at carolinehirons.com is so full of advice that she has it broken up into categories by skin ailment. You can find the answer to just about any skin-related question through one of her links, and she is constantly reviewing the latest and greatest in skincare. So if you need an answer to that weird red spot that just emerged before your hot date, or want to know the lowdown on the latest moisturizer, head to her page. I especially like her take on acid toners and how important she believes they are to your skin regimen. So let's move on to my absolute favorite topic, makeup. And boy, do I have several favorite people I love to watch on a regular basis. We'll start with Monica Blunder. Makeup artist to the stars, she features them in her videos. Her episode with Rosie Huntington-Whiteley will make you want to stock up on bronzer. Her easy, breezy, casual approach to makeup has a very California vibe, seeing how she lives in LA, even though she's originally from Germany. Monica creates very natural, glowing, healthy skin and makes the process easy with step-by-step application advice. Plus, she loves to collaborate with other makeup artists on YouTube, and I have found many other artists through her videos. Next is Harriet Hadfield of Harry Makes It Up. She's a professional working makeup artist in the UK. She is known for the Harry flick, and her eyeliner skills are all that. If you need tips on creating mesmerizing eyes, this is your girl. She also takes makeup organization to a whole new level, and her videos showcasing her possible OCD-like obsession and how she keeps and organizes her makeup collection is quite impressive. In one of her latest videos, she works with a fashion stylist and creates a couple of festival makeup looks that go with corresponding clothing options. That is a very smart way to show how makeup and fashion go hand in hand. Then there's the one and only Lisa Eldridge. Now, if you don't know who she is, then run, don't walk to your computer and binge on her videos. Just her facial massage video alone will change your life, and she has recently written an insightful book on the history of makeup called Face Paint. Calling upon her vast collection of vintage makeup, she happens to have one of the largest collections of original Biba makeup in the world. She provides an intriguing look at the history of makeup through time and sheds light on the secrets behind the iconic looks of each decade. It makes for a great read, and not to mention, it's a beautiful addition to your coffee table. She even travels to Japan and has exclusive private makeup lessons with geisha, something the public rarely gets to see. Her clout as the leading expert is impressive, and ever since she became the creative art director for Lancôme, you can see her influence on the brand's new beautiful collections and products, especially the new Juicy Shakers. It's a new spin on the iconic Juicy Tubes gloss that really shows her vintage twist. Next up, we have Pixie Woos. These two beautiful sisters have built a makeup brush empire with over 2 million views on YouTube, and all from starting out working behind the Mac counter. They are a couple of YouTube pioneers. They started making videos sometime over 7 years ago and have such an extensive library of videos to choose from. In the earlier years, they made videos in low lighting and probably sitting on their couches at home, but now they are professionally lit and edited masterpieces with product descriptions and in-depth instructions. They also make candid product reviews, giving you their expert opinion on whether or not a product is worth your time and money. They have also started an education program and teach classes in makeup application and technique to both novices and seasoned makeup artists alike. Next up, Candy Johnson, makeup artist and huge personality. Her videos are nonstop fun, and with her brightly colored hair and super cheery attitude, you can't help but feel inspired to experiment with that new bright lipstick you bought. She incorporates more than just makeup into her videos. She is also huge on nail art and fashion, and you can get a glimpse into her overall style in her videos. Plus, her positive, upbeat message is very inspiring to her followers. Have you heard of Tati? A prior makeup artist based in the LA area, she uploads more videos than anyone else on YouTube, or at least that's how it seems, and gives great reviews on new products from super high-end to discount drugstore brands. She will give you a great rundown on what's out there in makeup, from the best of drugstore products to showcasing extremely expensive products that are budget-busting indulgences that you may have never actually buy, but it's fascinating to find out if spending more actually gets you more. I always find them interesting because, seriously, who is going to buy a $200 foundation? Next up, there is Makeup Geek. She got her start as a makeup artist and has now developed her own line of cosmetics with a cult following. From eyeshadows with names like Toxic, Friendzone, and Venom, she has an edgy vibe and creates very colorful looks and stays on top of the latest makeup trends. Her Instagram is full of amazing eye looks with smoky to vibrant that will inspire you to possibly finally wear the purple eyeshadow you bought a few months back but haven't had the courage to use. You know who you are. With the vast resources easily accessible to consumers, no matter if you are a beauty maven or just a beginner trying to navigate the application of makeup for the first time, you can find just about anything you are looking for. No longer can you complain that you've never learned how to apply makeup. Just go to your laptop and type in what you're looking for. You will be amazed at what you will find. So that's just a few of my favorite bloggers and vloggers on YouTube. They have such an information. The information on YouTube is so amazing, and what I've been able to learn just from watching someone else put on makeup in front of the camera, I think is priceless. And these are some interesting women out there who are making some really educational and informative videos. So we are going to take another break, and when we return, we will cover some of the latest and greatest beauty trends from all over the world and the U.S. Stay with us.
Here's the thing about beauty. It's pretty. At AmericanMadeBeauty.com, we're all about the pretty, making it easy for you to find what makes your beauty shine. We have essentially everything you need, and AmericanMadeBeauty.com celebrates brands that were created right here in the U.S. of A. Imagine everything you need, from the best hair, skin, and nail products to makeup and even the tools, because it's all about pretty at AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We also think you're pretty important, so visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Browse, buy, learn. AmericanMadeBeauty.com.
For all your live or pre-recorded webcasting needs, come to earthchannel.com. Get your web-based message out to a select group or the whole world. It's easy. A pioneer in webcasting, earthchannel.com provides the best products and services to big corporations and government users. And now this same technology is available to you. They have the best Earthcast encoders, servers, and products to meet your technical needs. But wait, don't want to mess with technical stress? No problem. They'll do it for you. EarthChannel.com is your answer. You can use webcasting for lots of things like advertising, marketing, customer support, training, and don't forget web radio and TV. In fact, you're listening to a live Earthcast right now. So come to EarthChannel.com. Actualize your audio or video webcasting needs today. You can't beat the friendly service or the price. Call EarthChannel.com at 1-800-849-8978. That's 1-800-849-8978.
We're looking for a few good American beauty manufacturers who want to increase their brand in an exclusive credentialed category. If you're an American company who has conceived, designed, and bottled brands that are all about pretty, then we're pretty sure we're talking about you. And we're pretty sure you should be on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. This beauty website focuses on entrepreneurs and beauty startups as well as established brands. If it's pretty, we want to see it, and we want to sell it on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. To learn how you can be part of AmericanMadeBeauty.com, visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com now.
When you're looking for bedding, department store prices can shock you. Well, be shocked no more. Sell steak cheap, not cheap steak. That's the motto of Anna's Linens. Although they don't sell steak, they do sell the best bedding, bath, and home decor items. They strive to provide their merchandise at extreme value to their customers, and they do it. Great everyday prices on everything and military discounts. Plus, if you visit them online, they have clearance items and internet specials. Visit them online now at HealthyLife.net's advertiser page.
Radio your way. HealthyLife.net.
Welcome back. You're listening to RadioAMB on HealthyLife.net, and I am your host, Alicia Benkovich. This is the section that we call Beauty That's Soul Deep, where I'm going to discuss some of the latest trends in beauty and skincare, especially leading up to the warm days of summer. Summer is upon us, and here in Southern California, it is already heating up. This means sweat-proof, pool-proof makeup that looks like you aren't wearing hardly anything at all. Thanks to a slew of new skin care treatment cosmetics, you can get the best of both worlds. Take the Unmakeup line by Perricone MD. With skin-enhancing ingredients, they started with focusing on skincare first, and now they have moved into the cosmetics market. This trend of putting skincare first and cosmetics second is allowing for people to use lighter formulations that allow their skin to be the star. Even the ever-evolving brand MAC has greatly extended their skincare offerings, and they are now showcasing lighter foundation formulations that go along with the trend as well. They may have started out making very heavy theatrical formulations. However, they are jumping on the bandwagon and creating lighter foundations that allow for a more natural finish. These are no longer the days of super high coverage foundations. Allowing your natural skin to shine through is now the hottest trend. And now that highlighting has gone from just adding some extra glow to the high points of your face to all-out strobing, there are so many products on the market, it is hard to navigate what will give you a subtle lit-from-within glow or screen bad 80s makeup. I personally love the Ambient Lighting Collection from Hourglass Cosmetics. They come in so many different subtle yet beautiful colors that you will have no problem finding one that complements your skin tone. They will leave people thinking you are naturally glowing, not headed to the nightclub. These two trends combined are giving women the beautiful natural glow that everyone is searching for, and more people are able to find the products that address their own personal skin issues and complaints. Also, I recently watched a video that Lisa Eldridge made all about the comparison between Eastern-style makeup trends and Western application styles. I found this especially interesting, seeing that the Korean market has been a major influence to the direction that makeup companies are heading in lately, of focusing on skincare and the perfection of the complexion. Of course, this all started with the boom in BBs, CCs, and even EE creams. Now there are the new cushion foundations that have been popping up as part of the new product lineup from many brands from high-end to drugstore. Here in the West, we are now more focused on the ethereal, perfected skin look that originated in Asia and the Far East. More brands that previously only focused on makeup and covering up issues are now adding skincare to their line of products and addressing the true foundation to a healthy, glowing makeup look, a perfected canvas. Another great example of this would be Pixi. They have now added many skincare-focused products to their line of makeup that is mostly sold at Target stores in the U.S. Their Glow Tonic, which they had Caroline Hirons input into its formulation, and therefore is why it contains a 5% glycolic acid, by the way, is so popular it is hard for stores to keep it in stock. This trend seems to be taking a hold of the industry across the board, and I do not see it going anywhere anytime soon. We can now look forward to even more innovations, and I'm excited to see that new formulations are going to be emerging in the months to come. What about the future trends in beauty? If the theme of the recent Met Ball Gala in New York has any influence, then it's all about the future and technology, with an emphasis on the trend in makeup and fashion moving more towards innovations in the technology behind them. With image-modifying software that can instantly give your photo a smoky eye or contour the perfect cheekbones. What is in store for us in the not-so-distant future? The eye looks from the Met Gala were glitter, glitter, and more glitter, paired with minimal makeup on the rest of the face. This metallic accent takes on a very modern and almost sleek look. Add this to the bold and rainbow-hued hair color trend not going away anytime soon, makeup is taking on a different role. Now it is more about understanding where to put the focus so that you are not competing with your hair color. Make the complexion the focus and color is just an accessory. The mix of beauty and technology is already very rare, very real, with the collaboration between Sephora and Pantone and their Color IQ system being used at most Sephora stores. The first and only beauty service that scans the surface of your skin and assigns it a Color IQ number, which reveals scientifically precise lip, foundation, and concealer options. The Pantone Color Institute researched and then mapped out 110 skin tones to build the Color IQ library. This chart categorizes skin surface tone and undertones to help make the process of choosing a new foundation almost foolproof. Also, there are new apps being developed that let you take a selfie and then add a makeup look to it so that you can try before you buy. Examples of these would be Fab Lab by CoverGirl Cosmetics or the virtual makeover on the Mary Kay website. Not to mention the numerous apps available to modify and add makeup looks to your photographs right on your phone. One company that is creating many different apps is ModiFace. They have ModiFace Live, an augmented reality technology with live 3D simulation of makeup and beauty effects. iColor Studio, where you can try on over 100 unique color contacts. Beautiful Me, very similar to the Pantone technology at Sephora, you can find out your true skin tone and undertone and what foundations are best for you. Hair Color and Hair Studio, which is for hair color and styles you can actually try on before making the actual commitment to a haircut or a hair color. Photo Finish for photo retouching. It's like your own photoshopping app. Virtual Nail Salon, where you can try on hundreds of nail shades and accessories. And then there is Virtual Dentist, where you can simulate dental operations such as gum reshaping, filling, drilling, and whitening. These are just a few of the apps that are out there and will let you create customized looks where you can try before you buy. This technology is creating a stress-free, non-committal way to experiment. And the fact that they are readily available on your handheld device makes this such a huge improvement on technology and that applies to the beauty industry. This has all been catapulted by the use of social media. No longer are we relegated to going to a makeup counter and having a spokesperson for the brand tell us what to put on our face and trust that it will look good. We have an entire army of professionals and non-professionals, all armed with droves of product knowledge and opinions on what's hot and not, and they are just a click away. The big question now is, who can you trust? Are all opinions equal? Should you trust the girl next door making beauty videos out of her bedroom? We'll discuss this further in the next segment. We are going to take our last break, and when we return, we will discuss how beauty bloggers and vloggers are shaping the landscape of consumer beauty education and awareness and how brands can take advantage of this pathway. Do not go away.
thing about beauty. It's pretty. At AmericanMadeBeauty.com, we're all about the pretty, making it easy for you to find what makes your beauty shine. We have essentially everything you need, and AmericanMadeBeauty.com celebrates brands that were created right here in the U.S. of A. Imagine everything you need from the best hair, skin, and nail products to makeup and even the tools, because it's all about pretty at AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We also think you're pretty important, so visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Browse, buy, learn. AmericanMadeBeauty.com.
When you're looking for bedding, department store prices can shock you. Well, be shocked no more. Sell steak cheap, not cheap steak. That's the motto of Anna's Linens. Although they don't sell steak, they do sell the best bedding, bath, and home decor items. They strive to provide their merchandise at extreme value to their customers, and they do it. Great everyday prices on everything and military discounts. Plus, if you visit them online, they have clearance items and internet specials. Visit them online now at HealthyLife.net's advertiser page.
We're looking for a few good American beauty manufacturers who want to increase their brand in an exclusive credentialed category. If you're an American company who has conceived, designed, and bottled brands that are all about pretty, then we're pretty sure we're talking about you. And we're pretty sure you should be on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. This beauty website focuses on entrepreneurs and beauty startups as well as established brands. If it's pretty, we want to see it, and we want to sell it on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. To learn how you can be part of AmericanMadeBeauty.com, visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com now.
Oh, man, it never fails. My suitcase just got ripped apart.
Life is a journey. Make it a pleasant one. Use Samsonite. You know the name. For almost a century, Samsonite luggage has proved itself to be the worldwide leader in innovative travel solutions. Let it be yours. Visit HealthyLife.net's affiliate Samsonite on our homepage and click to look at the fine luggage from suitcases to golf travel bags. And don't forget, take a look at their travel accessories. Make life a journey, a pleasant one, with Samsonite.
HealthyLife.net, where positive overcomes negative.
You are listening to RadioAMB, where we share the secrets behind the beauty industry. Our program sponsor today is Free Your Mane. I am Alicia Benkovich, and for the Beauty Biz segment of the show, I want to further discuss the big business of beauty vloggers. Before YouTube, the only way you could learn about makeup and application techniques without going to school for it was through books, and they were usually just illustrations that didn't relate their message very well. Enter YouTube, and the beauty instructional video direct to your home was born. Digital video is the fastest growing medium for beauty, expanding more rapidly than print magazines or social networks, with beauty on YouTube having grown 50% year on year. Did you know that according to Google research, 50% of all beauty shoppers watch a beauty video on YouTube while they are shopping for beauty products? I have to say, there are so many young people getting into the online beauty YouTube craze that it makes you wonder. Do consumers understand that they may be watching someone who is not actually a board-certified makeup artist or cosmetologist? Let's take Michelle Phan, for example. Her videos are phenomenal, and she has major skills when it comes to makeup and artistry, but I don't think many people know that she is not a board-certified makeup artist. She was able to build her following and skills at the same time, all while making videos. This allowed her to build her fan base slowly over time. One of the reasons that people are attracted to influencers is because of the accessibility of these online personalities. Unlike celebrities who rarely engage with fans directly, YouTube celebrities directly and frequently talk to their fans. That's how they've built their brand and following. YouTube influencers are gaining more popularity with celebrities, and even Proactive is looking to turn their celebrity endorsements more towards a consumer-endorsed based marketing platform. But can we really trust just anyone with a video camera and a ton of products to give us sound advice? I believe the key is to get more beauty industry professionals on social media outlets such as YouTube and Instagram in order for consumers to have a better selection of truly educated people to learn from. But since beauty vloggers on the front lines of consumer product awareness have their fingers on the pulse of what consumers truly want, and since they too are buying these products, they are sometimes the ones starting the trends to begin with. I mean, hello, Kardashians. Sorry to use that example. Maybe the answer is for brands to have a balanced approach to social media and education about their products. Even though YouTube is very accessible, nothing beats going into a Sephora or an Ulta and having a real beauty professional give you their undivided attention and expertise. Someone you feel you can trust because they have been vetted by a trusted source. I am in love with the new beauty videos being posted on Sephora. They are all about having their own working beauty professionals talk candidly about their favorite products and giving consumers great information, as well as being approachable and engaging. You can actually find these videos on YouTube as well, and they are kind of bridging the gap. They have even started showcasing professional makeup artists that have their own following on social media, such as Christina Vega and Amy Shukma. These professionals do not have to be loyal to any one brand, but share what they love about all brands offered at these mega beauty emporiums. Beauty companies need to build brand awareness and a sense of community. Take the latest rumored collaboration between Kat Von D and Too Faced Cosmetics founder Jared Blandino. They are making videos together and talking about what products they love of each other's lines. Brands that can tap into this community-building approach to beauty will help them to stay on top of trends that may have a more organic start and be part of the inception of these trends instead of trying to get on board once it has taken off. The connection between YouTube and the beauty industry has grown leaps and bounds over the past few years, and companies wanting to reach out to as many consumers as possible need to utilize this platform to its highest potential. Recently, Pixability identified and analyzed how 168 major beauty brands and 45,000 YouTube beauty-focused personalities manage, produce, and socialize more than 877,000 hair care, skin care, makeup, and nail videos. And their report highlights striking differences between those manufacturing products and those manufacturing videos about products. Just a handful of beauty brands are effectively incorporating YouTube into their web and commerce initiatives, while only a few are successfully working with YouTube's independent beauty personalities. The problem is that only a few big brands have an effective YouTube strategy and are incorporating video marketing into their online campaigns. Even fewer are harnessing the power of earned media and reaching out to collaborate with YouTube personalities with millions of followers. This is a big hole in a brand's social media ability to market directly to their consumers. There are currently 14.9 billion beauty-related video views on YouTube. Customers want longer format content that discusses what's new and what's trending. They want to know how to achieve different looks, coordinate outfits creatively, and look good from desk to date. And they're more inclined to purchase products presented to them by independent vloggers. So why not create an independent professional vlogger for your brand that has the best product knowledge of anyone out there on your brand's particular products and spread brand awareness from there? Think about it. You could have your own brand representative, but with a professional background, being able to speak directly to consumers that they can actually relate to. I think that's what Sephora is trying to create, and it may be the way that brands will use the social platform heading into the future. Maybe putting more professionals into this arena will help to enforce the idea of education and knowledge over the at-home beauty novices spouting possible incorrect and uneducated information that can actually harm consumers. Education is always the key, and being able to harness it into the social media marketing platform can only be an asset to brands and their consumers. Okay, that will do it for us today. I would like to again thank my guest, Lauren Kurtz, and don't miss our program next week where Patty and I will discuss the recent CEW event and my interviews of Ali Webb of Dry Bar, Natasha Kornstein, President of Blushington, and Stuart Schultz of Beauty RX. We will discuss the new on-the-go beauty services that are becoming part of our day-to-day beauty routine. Send your questions and comments to request@AmericanMadeBeauty.com. I am Alicia Benkovich. You can hear Radio AMB on HealthyLife.net. Thanks for listening to Radio AMB, where we think pretty is pretty important for all things in beauty.
For all your live or pre-recorded webcasting needs, come to earthchannel.com. Get your web-based message out to a select group or the whole world. It's easy. A pioneer in webcasting, earthchannel.com provides the best products and services to big corporations and government users. And now this same technology is available to you. They have the best Earthcast encoders, servers, and products to meet your technical needs. But wait, don't want to mess with technical stress? No problem. They'll do it for you. EarthChannel.com is your answer. You can use webcasting for lots of things like advertising, marketing, customer support, training, and don't forget web radio and TV. In fact, you're listening to a live Earthcast right now. So come to EarthChannel.com. Actualize your audio or video webcasting needs today. You can't beat the friendly service or the price. Call earthchannel.com at 1-800-849-8978. That's 1-800-849-8978.
Here's the thing about beauty. It's pretty. At AmericanMadeBeauty.com, we're all about the pretty, making it easy for you to find what makes your beauty shine. We have essentially everything you need, and AmericanMadeBeauty.com celebrates brands that were created right here in the U.S. of A. Imagine everything you need from the best hair, skin, and nail products to makeup and even the tools, because it's all about pretty at AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We also think you're pretty important, so visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Browse, buy, learn. AmericanMadeBeauty.com.
Obstacle racing. You know you want to try it. Well, try Reebok's Spartan Race, the global leader in obstacle racing. With 4 different race levels, their goal is to get you up off the couch and throw you into the mud and on the trails to give you the adrenaline rush of your life. Obstacle courses are designed to test your resilience, strength, stamina, quick decision-making skills, and give you the ability to laugh in the face of adversity. Visit HealthyLife.net advertiser page and click on Spartan Race.
HealthyLife.net, the positive radio network.